Back. Watching I-35. We're back. Yep. Make a decision here whether to keep following or leave it. We're back. We're on 11. Here at I-35. Nothing too much right now. It's just kind of it's a small, intense supercell. Lifting north. I'm going to make a decision whether to stay with this storm. I'm going to pull over because bunches of people are peeling, or literally hundreds of chasers are behind me. Literally, I'm not kidding you. Watch this. I'm going to bring the camera around. I'm at I-35. Look at all the chasers. They're all ripping north, about 50 cars. They're all lifting north. You see this line of storms there. Uh, Continue to watch it. Rain-free base. Yep. Up north. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Let me make sure we've got the right. Yeah, radar shows it's intensifying. Stand by. Yes, it is on the circulation. Okay, Tulsa radar, advanced radar, and Wichita shows circulation is intensifying on this storm. Yep, it's back to the west of the interstate. I'm gonna go ahead and follow it north. Yep, it's the couplet's exploding. Let's see what happens here, guys. It's one of those really close deals. Either look at that trucker over there. He's like pulled over. He's filming. He's like, something's going on because everybody's going after that cloud. Yes. There we go. Northbound and down I-35. I got rapid circulation back west on Doppler to the west of I-35, 5 miles, rapidly intensifying couplet off the Vance radar, Tulsa radar, Wichita radar, sees an intensifying of I-35, about 5 miles. Don't see any lowering over there right now, but it's going to be to my left. I'm going to stay with it. Going up the interstate now. We'll see if this same little ramp up really quick. Still northbound I-35. 70. Couplet continues to intensify just about west Tonkawa, southwest of Tonkawa. Couplet still pretty good. West, they're about 4 miles. It's going to go, Couplet's going to go very close, if not over Tonkawa, maybe just north of Tonkawa. Breaking up a lot. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to switch back over to Starlink, guys. They have to realize there's hundreds, if not thousands, of chasers all trying to share their data off the internet. That's the problem. There's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chasers out here. So all sharing the same pipe. Switching over to Starlink. Back edge of the storm. Rain-free base is just to the left of the road. Can you guys give me if my audio's okay, please? Can you tell me if my audio's okay? Okay. Thank you on the audio test. Appreciate it. Audio's good. Thank you. Rain-free base continues to my left of the road here. About 4 miles west of the road. West of the road. Don't see any lowering. Just a rain-free base. Rotation continues to increase on Doppler. Advanced radar, Tulsa radar, and Wichita all see rotation increasing on this storm. It's a red thunderstorm now, just west I-35, just southwest of Tonkawa. Rotating storm, supercell now. Our talk, approaching Tonkawa. Gargantuan hail core immediately north of me here. I've got to do something here on another phone. Looks like Mammoth Hell Core immediately north of me. Yeah, the other. Yeah, I'm in a different car. I'm not in the Cybertruck today. If I was in the Cybertruck, it'd be really quiet. You see the forward flank inflow cloud that's right in front of me. It's going back to the ball, back to my left. So it's west of the road. Nothing to look at yet, but I'll give you a quick shot and I'll put it back. Okay. Right there's a rain-free base. Right there's the couplet on Doppler. It says that area right there, and rotation is intensifying and may produce a tornado anytime. Rotation is increasing. 5 miles southwest of Talkawal. Talkawal's on and immediately right of the road. You can see the big rain-free base back southwest. And it has Arch Hill to my northeast, north up here. We're going to look at that. I'm going to let you got the deal here. I'm going to continue to focus. You see the lightning. I'm going to get some radar data here off the other phone. Things could get really crazy here really quick. Yep. Hook's forming. I've got a developing hook southwest. You stand by. You got a hook forming back to my west. You see how big this hail is. Okay, got a TVS trip now off the advanced radar. TVS trip, baseball size hail, and I've got a TVS trip off advanced radar. Developing tornado, no tornado warning yet, but got a hook forming back west. Some rotation with that area. It's kind of it pulses. It'll get tight and then it goes back down, and it gets tight and goes back down. It's back southwest of Tonkawa. Nothing on the ground right now. Just a big rain-free base. You're getting better view. That's a supercell. You see the lightning. It's immediately north of me. Bake Hill course on I-35 up here. Bake Hill course crossing I-35. I'm south of Tonkawa about 4 miles here. Looks like massive Hill core crossing I-35 right now. Probably going to be broke out windows up here. I'm at the Hills baseball or that area. It's going to be broke out windows up here. Rotation weakened a little bit. It's going up and down. Rotation up and down on this. This storm goes from extremely large. Okay, Hell core is now over 1 in I-35, 2.5 inch diameter hill. Just almost baseball size hill. The rain-free base. That's going to be the big sheets falling in front of me there. It's got a big area of inflow where I'm at. It's got a big area inflow on radar. Huge inflow. There's the South Tonkawa exit. I'll slow up my speed here a little bit. Don't want to get in the Hill core. Big rain-free base. Big inflow jet area. This is a big inflow area. Immediately, that's over. Plus, the Tonkawa is a huge inflow area flowing into the storm. It's got a big inflow cup. Just telling you, it's really strong inflow into the storm. Inflow is about 66 to 70. That's off of the radar from Wichita, which is going to be up several thousand feet. Couplet at 651. Couplet was very strong back to my southwest, and since it is weakened, but it did have a very strong couplet west southwest of Tonkawa, about 9 miles. It is now weakened, and the couplet is now going to be coming over I-35 momentarily. It's just southwest of Tonkawa now. Very destructive hail down to my northwest. That where those white sheets are. Just ahead of me here. I may even have to stop before I get there. It's like very, very close to gargantuan hail now. Almost baseball size hail crossing I-35 right now. 2.5 to 3 inch diameter hail immediately northwest of me. It's northwest of Tonkawa. Most of the big hail core is going to go about 1 to 2 miles immediately northwest and north of Tonkawa. Now, Hammer Highway 60, east-west Highway 60 at 35. Rain-free base continues southwest of Tonkawa. Not real tight connection at this point, but it does have a big cyclonic hook, open hook, huge inflow. So it's got a hook back to my southwest. The problem with this storm as it goes off northeast here, it's going to be increasingly difficult to chase. So at some point, I'm probably going to abandon this storm. It's just going to be extremely hard to keep up with it as in Northwest Osage County. It's not impossible, but very, very difficult. And with stuff moving at 40, 50, it's not worth the risk. I'm going to peel off and probably go back south Kelpit's tightened up again immediately south of the interstate here, right approaching the interstate. There's a little bit of lowering coming across the interstate, not real low. I'm going to stop at this exit right here. There's the rain. I'm going to have hail right. Hail core's about 2 miles north of me. Yep, I'm going to get off here at 60. There's my 60 exit. A little bit of a rain-free base just southwest of me, not very far, a mile or two. Circulation is going to pass over Highway 60 and I-35. That's where the hook is, and that's where the rotation is. There comes big raindrops of hail is immediately north of me now. These big, huge raindrops falling. To go off here, we'll swing around and look back southwest. Everybody's taking cover under the carport. To my right, I'll swing over there and show you that in a second. The storm acts like it's just ever so slightly elevated, just ever so slightly. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Just based on what I'm seeing here. Okay. Keep it going west, east. Okay. I'm going to whip in this parking lot here. There's nothing really that dramatic to show you at this point, honestly. It's just a big black base. It's got a lot of inflow into it. Let me go to the back parking lot, get out of everybody's way here. Rain's moving here. I'm on the edge of the rain. There's the rain-free base right here. It's on the southwest side of Toccoa. Right there it is. There's the rain-free base on the southwest side of Toccoa. Get out and just look at this real quick. I've got a northeast wind going back into the bowl. I've got a forward flake. I've got a northeast wind going back southwest into the rotation, back southwest. So I'm looking southwest and the rotations, winds out of the northeast going back southwest into that rotation area, back southwest to me. Golf ball size hail immediately a half a mile west of me. Just reported the big hail core is immediately on this road and north of this road. Gigantic hail core. I'll take you outside with you. You guys want to go outside? Here we go. Okay, there's the little bit of a wall cloud. There's the circulation right there. It's coming in. This is 60 and I-35. The circulation is right here. This is where it's spinning right here. Got a northeast wind going into the bowl. I'm to the northeast of the circulation. It's southwest of me. Here is the big mammoth hail core. Look at the hail core. This is golf ball, maybe baseball sized hail. We got a strong northeast wind. There's the hail core up north. Reporting golf ball hail just on the western flank here, just immediately half mile west of here, just now. This is a massive hail core going northeast. Well, winds are picking up out of the northeast. Strong northeast wind going back in this bow right here. I've got strong. If you look right here, that's southeast winds at 40 to 50 on radar going into the supercell. And then I've got a northeast wind going back. So the whole thing right here is spinning. It's now coming across I-35. My northeast winds are out of the northeast at 35, about 35 miles an hour, northeast wind now. Which is very conducive. I mean, this is what you want. You want a deep northeast wind going into the circulation. If it's going to tornado, this is the atmosphere you want. This whole area right here on the southeast side is flowing northwestward into the storm. And then I've got a northeast wind. This is going to be forward flank, kind of rear flank going back southwest here. There's a little bit of an RFD to my west. You can see the clearing there. There's the hail core. The hail core is going up to the north there. Look how vivid that core is. That hail core is moving away from this area now, moving northeast. Very, very impressive. I still think this storm, my gut is this storm is slightly elevated. It's just, this is visually, when it was back southwest of Enid, it was much, much lower at base and much more, it looked fantastic southwest of Enid. And the temperatures were warmer as well, right? And hail now, 3-inch hail, baseball size hail now on radar. The storm continues to intensify. Very small. See what the culprit's done. Culprit just exploded. My culprit radar. I'm gonna show you this, guys, real quick. Culprit exploded southwest of Toccoa. It's just to my south here. Let me show you this real quick. Now I'm gonna jump here. There's Toccoa. It's just east of me here, guys. The culprit just east 35. Guys, it might do it. I'll stay with it just a few more minutes, but I will be abandoning the storm. It's done. Southern Oklahoma are really super intensifying. Yep. I've had no coffee. I had, I think, one cup at 8 a.m. this morning. That's it, guys. Let's go to weather radio. Okay. Yeah. I did take the Cybertruck today. I left that for Kathy in case Tornado Storms comes there. And then also, just a lot of the areas we're in today, there's probably less chargers than I'd like as far as rapid chargers, not chargers, but rapid chargers. I knew the storm's moving at 50 plus today. There's no sense. There's no sense in trying to take the Cybertruck. It was like, because you're going to be driving nonstop at 50 miles an hour. If you stop for 30 minutes, the storm's going to be leaving you and you're gone, you're done. That's the real reason why I didn't bring it today. It's that simple. Storm's moving at 25 to 30. It's not a problem. 55, 60, it's a major problem. Yep, I'm about to peel off and head south. Got three supercells coming out of Southwest Oklahoma. They're actually going to head up toward Norman, that general area. A lot of people are storm chasing. I'm not. So far, the storm has a tremendous amount of inflow into it. Um, yeah, Elcor is very large and it's got extreme destructive hail in it. Elcor is extremely impressive. Yep. Give me just a second. I'm gonna check a couple things. Yeah. Storm. Yep. Let's do that. Yep. Do. Let's do that. Yep. Okay. Let's get out. Look at this thing. I'm gonna stop here, guys, and assess again. And I'm like I said, I'm about to bed it. It's gonna rapidly get into um, not impossible chasing, but very difficult chasing area. And I just don't want to go up in Osage County and storm moving at 50 plus miles an hour. It's not worth the risk. It's just, and we're kind of running out of the warm air. I'm down to 65 degrees. I'm abandoning this storm. It's 65. It looks elevated, and the temperature flowing into it 65. It's not the 75, 80 like I had south, and it's turning into more of a hell producer, and that's what I'm thinking for right now. It could still as the jet ramps up, because the jet ramps up like super fast on the next hour or so. That and it could still tornado. And it's still very well made tornado, right? My gut is though it's got right now this second it's got a little bit of a problem. Uh, Give me one second. I'm gonna check out data here. gonna check out some data, and I'm gonna look at mesoanalysis page. I'm gonna see where the parameters are sky high. I'm gonna look at tornadoes and all that stuff. Let me just look where the parameters are at. Okay, that is exactly what I thought. The storm is running out of the best parameters. It's right on the eastern edge of the best parameters. That means it's running out of the best environment. The better environment's west. It's moving into weaker cape, weaker shear. For right now, it'll change, but right now it's running out of the best parameters. Best parameters are back west of me. Okay, let me just look at this thing for a minute. It's a 6 tornado was back down toward Enid on the parameters. Okay, that goes really high. Okay, I see what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm done on this. I'm done. I'm done on this storm. I'm not gonna go into all the details, but I'm done. Okay, I'm done on this storm. I'm abandoning this storm for a number of reasons. I'll tell you back in an update in a few minutes. Okay, we're leaving this storm. I saw some stuff that makes total sense. Wait a second here. Some of these roads up here are really, really, really rough. I'm gonna get back on I-35, and we're gonna be southbound and down. See what happens. Yeah, there's more storms in Southwest Oklahoma. Rapidly intensifying. 3 or 4 supercells down in Southwest Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm warnings. They're rapidly moving northeast up toward and immediately southwest and south of the Oklahoma City metro area. Okay. So I'm going to go south. I'm betting this. This is moving out of the better instability. It's exactly what I looked like to me visually. The storm was getting elevated and it was moving out of the better instability, which is back to my west southwest. And this storm is now moved out of that area. So that's this storm. It's off my books. It's moving into a weaker cape environment and things of that nature. So I'm done with this storm. Start focusing back south. Tornado parameters over the next 2 to 4 hours are going to skyrocket in central Oklahoma from the Red River Valley, from Oklahoma City to Ardmore, back to Lawton. The tornado parameters are going to rapidly increase over the next 1 to 2 hours. Tornado parameters will continue to increase in that area. Yep. Okay. Huh. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Wow. This road is really rough. Yeah, these storms are moving northeast at 50, 55 miles an hour, guys. They are absolutely flying today. Not going to kid you. They're flying. The storm may produce a tornado, but if it's going to do it, it's got to do it really, really, really quick, like in the next 15 minutes, or it's not going to do anything. And it's quickly running out of the jet fuel, super instability, those kind of parameters, which are back along and west of I-35. But as you go south from northern Oklahoma and you get back toward Oklahoma City, those tornado parameters widen out and become east-west. So up here in northern Oklahoma, we've got a very narrow tongue, kind of like a like cone, right? But northern Oklahoma is like a small point. And as you go south down into I-40, it gets much wider, and you get to southern Oklahoma River, it's really wide. So you got a very wide atmosphere, unstable atmosphere down there, and narrows and kind of north. Now the next thing's going to happen, which is starting to happen now, which is going to be another problem up here, is that Kathy's at home right now, in case tornadoes come there. The next thing that's going to happen is the draw line back to my west here is going to start backing up in the next couple hours. So conversions will weaken as that happens, and then the draw line will back up, and the moisture will start flooding back west, which is what the models predict. And then new storms will hyper explode in central Kansas which they are doing now up near Hayes. Just looking at radar there, it looks like storms are starting to explode northeast of Dodge. A couple storms, Oklahoma, nothing too um, super bad right now. They're up, but they look like they're fighting a cap. I mean, you could tell my storm southwest of Enid became uncapped when it was back again, but back southwest of Enid here, about 70 miles, 50 to 70 miles back southwest. The storm structure, the base, everything about it was like total triple red alert, right? It was like very organized, very low base, strong rotating bowl. Everything is the more it came northeast, the more elevated it looked because it's running out of that really high instability axis with the temperatures in the 80s, mid 80s with like upper 60 dew points. It's getting over here and it's getting more into the upper 60s with like lower 60 dew points. So it's about a 15 or 20 degree temperature gradient just west of I-35 to east of I-35. I see the draw line on the Frederick radar. Looks like it's starting to back up there. It's holding over Frederick. Yeah, they stormed this cluster coming out of southwest Oklahoma. We'll see what happens. The main tornadoes right now, if these clustered southwest Oklahoma City, they are severe. There's several of them. They're moving northeast quite rapidly. Looks like the lead storm is moving northeast at it's ridiculous how fast it's moving northeast. Coming out of Marlow, northeast at 58 knots, which is almost 70 miles an hour. So this is going to be at Norman at 7:56 p.m. So in 40 minutes is the first severe storm coming out of Marlow. This looks like a kind of an elevated supercell. The middle storm at Walters, just north of that area, looks the best right now, which is yeah, Temple, just north of Temple and just north of Randall. Those are the two best looking storms right now. Again, those are also moving northeast at a very fast pace, probably northeast at about 50, 45, 47 knots, about 55 miles an hour. Those are all going to be heading up in the Juneau Norman area, as well as south of there, Pauls Valley, Purcell, in about an hour and a half. Probably I'll give it 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Three supercells southwest of Norman are going to be crossing I-35 south of Norman, and then those will continue on east. After that, they're going to go probably Purcell, Norman, Pauls Valley, and then those will make its way rapidly over east of Oklahoma City. That's going to be in the Seminole area, as well as those areas like that, right? It'll go south and east of Oklahoma City, and then on up north from there. And that's currently the way it looks. The storm up north here is still severe. It does have a hook echo on it. There's reforming again. Still gate to gate shear. It's just a rain-free base in my northeast. Don't see a lowering per se on that storm. I'm believing there is rotation with it. That storm's almost on the warm front right now, based on what I'm seeing. But again, it's moving into a less volatile environment. It's moving into more of a stable environment. And yeah. And it's actually weakening in the last 15 minutes. Somebody says something about the window. Yeah. There we go. So we're just gonna make our way back down I-35. We'll see what happens. No guarantees. We will have other thunderstorms develop later on tonight after midnight, probably around 2 to 4 in the morning down the I-35 corridor. There might be a few embedded tornadoes with that. That's going to be the cold front draw line slamming east. Overnight, there'll be additional severe storms with that and possible embedded tornadoes. But the main tornado threat, the big tornado threat, for right now, this afternoon and this evening is ongoing now. If these storms do not produce any tornadoes, and right now that one up in Newkirk is moving toward northwest Osage County and up east of Arkansas City, Cedarville, and that area as it continues to rocket northeast. Again, still has rotation, still has hail, uh, but it's kind of on the weaker side. No, the Bill Disney's come down enormously now on the northern storm. Northern storm is weakening. Is probably the best way to word it. It's weakening. It's not dead yet, but it's weakening. So I made the right decision to leave. We'll see what happens. Right? There's no guarantees. The biggest problem today, factor inhibiting full scale tornado break, is the cap. Uh, no, I'm losing. Most of the chasers are staying with the storm. There's people north. There's people coming south. But you can tell, all you got to do is look at the maps and say, okay, it's moving out of the really good instability and all that. So it's like it's over. It's game over with that storm. It's like, nah, some hail, more wind to the northeast, but in probably 15, 20 minutes, it'll almost be gone. Yeah. So we'll continue to go south here. So I'm breaking south. We'll see what happens. Maybe nothing happens, right? Fortunately, let's hope nothing bad happens tonight. But the parameters are there for very violent tornadoes if we can get a storm to go surface space. Right now, I'd say the cap is still a problem based on radar. Okay, I'm going to get some water here. Yep, everybody's tagging me and saying very strong cap still in place on the sounding. So that's the problem. Strong cap. It's preventing it from totally going to release until probably the front comes slamming in here after midnight, and then it'll be more of a squall line with embedded tornadoes. When calling the bus, we had a storm British golf ball, baseball size hail. It came out southwest of England. It looks absolutely super fantastic. Barber pole, big rain free bases, rotating. Actually had a couple radar images. It was gate to gate, very strong shear. I thought a tornado wind was going to come out for Enid as it's coming out of Ames. It looked super fantastic for about 45 minutes. And then that was when it was in the big high cape and very strong instability. And then the storm is moving out of the best environment, moving into a less volatile. It's moving into more 500 Cape and not nearly as warm. It's in the upper 60s. Where back west I was in the low 80s with the temperature dew points in the mid 60s, like 80, 65. Back southwest of me here, about 7,500 miles back down I-40 where the storm came out of. And that environment down there was extremely good for supercells. We'll see what happens. Storms down south they're coming up, but they're not like going nuts or anything. It's not like, hey, I've got tornadoes, developing. But one of the more interesting things going to happen, like right now over the next couple of hours, which is going to be really critical, is we're at the looking at dry line, looking at dew points here. Let me look at the dew point tongue. Yeah, so the dew point tongue, it's just now 60 in north central Oklahoma, 59, 58 Tulsa. Now I got to move over this left hand lane. The road is just beating me up. Draw lines up by Woodward's, 30 dew point down at like east of Altus there, 60 dew points extend all the way up to Alva. You go from 60 to 30 and about 20 miles, and northwest and western Oklahoma looks like the draw line probably is backing up, which will weaken the convergence along the boundary in the west until the main wave comes out later night and the cold front comes slamming down, and then it'll force a squall line to break out down the I-35 corridors, rockets east. It might be some better tornadoes. Dew points in the low to mid 60s in south central Oklahoma, which is coming up. Let's see if I can get any updates. Unfortunately, the models. Let me see if the models do have it. They're 7:00. It's close. It still thinks there's one or two tornadic storms that come out of Oklahoma City between now and 8. I think it's a storm that's already happened. At 7:30, there's nothing there. It does have those storm up north. It sees the stuff at Wichita Falls, and it basically kills it by 8:30, 9:00 stuff at Wichita Falls moves east over toward I-35, and it kills it. It's over. That's it. That's on the latest curve. That makes right. Then starting around 2 in the morning, new storms explode in southwest Oklahoma. Let's see what they do here. Okay, that's interesting. Stop that. That's interesting. There's 9 hour. That's not too bad. That's 1 in the morning. There's 2 in the morning. The cluster starts in southwest Oklahoma near Lawton about 2 in the morning, and they start coming northeast, but they really don't do much. It's kind of a storm ahead. The front, the front lights up southeast of Wichita, kind of where the storms are now, up by Ponca, and this cluster of storms, embedded cluster storms, move up toward Tulsa. It tries to produce a little bit of helicity swath or wind damage as it comes to Tulsa around 5 a.m. And the squall line continues to slowly move east, and got a little bit of helicity tracks over eastern Oklahoma around sunrise tomorrow morning. So right now, unless things change dramatically, I don't see anything else happening unless something else pops or develops in the next hour or so. I don't see anything else happening. It sees this cluster in southwest Oklahoma, but it does not do much with it. It kind of just lifts it northeast over to south of Norman. Thank goodness. Okay, it finally caught. Okay, the HR caught on to the storm that's up north that's producing the hail. It had a helicity mark. Okay, the stuff down in Oklahoma City. Okay, that's the new stuff coming out late tonight. At about 2 a.m, stuff comes out of Lawton. It tries to start spin, rotating. It's got some rotation, comes over Norman and south of Tulsa. At about from anywhere from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m, just south of Tulsa, there's a chance of some embedded supercells as the line comes east. So based on the latest the storm that's going up to my north now continues with hail, moves northeast. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a major outbreak in Arkansas and Tennessee, that area. Big moderate risk. So right now, I'm not ready to write it completely off, but right now I'd say, based on data I'm seeing from the what's actually going on radar and what is going on in southwest Oklahoma right now coming up, those also look like they're fighting the cap. The model's basically bringing them to I-30, near I-35, and kill them at about an hour and a half. It says they do not become uncapped and mature. They just kind of linger. That's it. That's the latest data. So I'd say right now, it doesn't look like it's going to right now, but the potential's there for possible tornadoes. The lead storm up north is weakening. That's the one over Rush Springs right now. It's weakening. Storm to my northeast looks like it's weakening, and it is. The storm in northeast Kate County heading up into Kansas looks like it continues to weaken. So it's got a little bit of rotation with it, but yeah, that's winding down right now. For right now, it could still go nuts. But if you look at the trend of the latest data and what radar's doing and what the model thinks is going to happen in the next hour or two, it says the storm up north continues across southeast Kansas, producing hail. And then the storms in southwest Oklahoma get to near I-35 and weaken by around 9:30. And then new storms loaded about 3 a.m. down by Lawton. May have embedded tornadoes from Lawton up to south of Chickasha, up near Norman, and south of Tulsa between, let's call it 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. sunrise. Maybe a cluster of embedded supercells with some occasional QCL type tornadoes with the line. Actually has a couple storms ahead of the line. Potential tornadoes in the morning. That's it. So instead of me racing down there, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change my mind again. 412 is coming up on me quickly, and actually right here. So I'm gonna go with my gut, and just reading data and looking at models, look where the storms are at and how it's played out so far. I'm gonna say that I'm not saying it's over yet, but I'm saying it's 50% over from what the models were portraying 2 hours ago. It's already 50% over. The models are trending that the storm north continues to weaken, and the stuff in southwest Oklahoma comes toward I-35 and basically vaporizes by 9 p.m. because of the cap. And I think that's going to verify. So at this point, I'm getting ready to get off on 412. I'm heading to my house. I'm heading back to Tulsa. That's my level right now that nothing's going to happen. Something could still hyper explode, but right now I don't see it. That's my gut. So my triple red alert mode about 3 hours ago is now went to it's extremely tornadic across Oklahoma. But if you can get a storm to get up and get established right now, it's fighting the cap. It's running out of instability. The northern storm, the draw line's backing up, so the convergence is weakening on the draw line. It's weakening. It's pulling back west because the waves coming out and everything's flooding back west. You got new storms in western Kansas starting to develop northeast of Dodge, which is what the models predicted. And storms in southwest Oklahoma are going to continue to come northeast of Deer maybe some bedded hail, and then and that's it. Yeah. So I think I'm going to head back to Tulsa and call it an early day because there's no sense. Because I think tomorrow's a much bigger day for tornadoes and tornado outbreak to the east. And I think tomorrow's going to be, yeah, tomorrow's way more volatile than today. Actually, tomorrow was like scale of 1 to 10, 1 to 10 today was like, it had the potential of being a 10. But as far as amount of tornadoes that the models are generating, and most of the cams say that bad stuff's going to happen tomorrow. Today, I'd give it a level 2. Tomorrow, I'd give it a 9. That's how much different today and tomorrow as far as actual tornado production. Yeah, if you look, I've got part cloudy skies, high thin cirrus. At least I got on the first supercell today. Stayed with it. I read the data right. Saw the radar. I was on it right from the get go. You guys saw it. Bet you had the best action of the day on the storm. Went up to northern Oklahoma. So that's me right now. I'm on 412 crossing I-35. I'm eastbound and down now, heading back to Tulsa. I'm gonna kill the live stream. Let me look at radar one more time for Southwest Oklahoma. If you're in Oak City, Pauls Valley, Norman, down that area, you got to watch the storms in Southwest Oklahoma coming at you. But right now, the models say that they don't go. They kind of weaken. The lead storm is weakening already down south. The southern storm is they're okay. They're maintaining, but you can tell they're not. They're actually coming down in intensity and not. Let me look here. Let me look at Ecliptops. We're running about 35, 40,000. Yeah, they're about 40,000. There were 45,000. There were 45, not quite 50,000 about 20 minutes ago. They've come down about 5,000 and they look like they're continuing to weaken. The models say that as as they run out of the battery stability and more into the cap and approach I-35, they vaporize. And based on radar train the last 10 minutes, that's exactly what's happening right now. I'm calling it a day and I'm done. The new stuff doesn't take off until 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm not going to be out here that long. So anyway, I'm gonna kill the stream. I'm heading back to Tulsa, and right now, unless things change dramatically, which I do not foresee based on current data and models, then then I eat crow today. I'll just officially tell you, if the storms got going, I said they're going to be long track violent tornadoes. Didn't happen. Sometimes the data, the storms got up, but they fight in the cap, and the cap let them just enough get up, but not up enough to go to what we call totally just go gangbusters, like just totally release, get up to 50, 55,000 and go gangbusters. That hasn't happened yet. It's still possible. So the next thing we got to do is shift to probably after midnight. And let's see what happens. Yeah, yeah. I still have the Cybertrucks at the house with Kathy, and we'll see how this plays out overnight tonight. I'm gonna get back and get some rest, and then reevaluate. The data will be out in about an hour and a half. We can assess tomorrow, but I think tomorrow will be a major tornado outbreak, and then Mississippi Delta and eastern Arkansas is what it looks like. I believe Kathy is still moderating. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna so you guys can chat. Yeah, yeah, I have the chat running, so that's all good. All right, guys, I'm heading back to T Town, and I'm calling it an evening. I'm calling it a day, as far as I can tell right now. Still warnings in Southwest Oklahoma. Still got a warning up in extreme K County, Northwest Osage. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Yeah, people are tagging me. He's like, yeah, the high couldn't get maximized because of the big cirrus that came in. Yeah, that was a problem. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. The storms are weakening as they approach I-35 Southwest. Right now, they're on a downhill trend. I'd say the models are going to verify. I'm heading to the house, and that's it. Everybody take care. We're going to, I'm not really worry about too much about the stuff overnight, unless it becomes surface based. If I've got, you know, tornadoes on the ground coming out of Southwest Oklahoma, or 4 in the morning coming past Oklahoma City or Norman heading up toward Eastern Oklahoma, then I'll go live in the morning if that happens. But right now I will just play by ear. I say today is winding down. It's over. It's wrapping up for right now. Storm in north is weakening. The storm south down in Southwest Oklahoma is weakening because of the cap. We had a lot of sticks here. So there's serious oversold day to day. And that's how it goes sometimes. All right. That's a wrap. I'm gonna kill the stream, and thanks for tuning in this afternoon. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.